Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps a lot. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video.
Volume 8 Chapter 6 The Genius You's Secret. Second half Part 1 Good day. This is Rudeus. Right. So you see, what happened was, the other day Cliff-kun asked me a favor. He was in love with Elinalise, and wanted me to introduce him. Right. Certainly, Elinalise is my acquaintance. She's my parents' former party member. Right. Though I don't know much about how romance works in this world. If Cliff is in love, and if he wants my cooperation so that he can make his feelings clear, then I feel that I also want to help him out. That's how I feel. But, let's just recall what kind of a person Elinalise is. Elinalise Dragonroad. S-Class Adventurer. Vanguard. Warrior. Magic University first year. Age 50. Unexpectedly diligent in her studies, and has been said to have excellent grades. Has recently been able to incorporate elementary water magic into her battle tactics. Adventurers who accompany her for a long time come to hate her, but she's capable, she's good at taking care of others, and she's good in bed. Right, she's good in bed. Her body is afflicted with a certain curse. Thus, night after night she has to slurp up men's essence. Thus, she'll never stay with a particular man, and she just repeats one night stands over and over again. I've heard that she's given birth before. She wouldn't tell me what happened to those children. It's possible that she just abandoned them here or there, or sold them into slavery. In reality though, she hardly ever becomes pregnant, so it does seem that she raises them properly until they're independent though. Well anyway, I don't know the details. To introduce such a person as the target of someone's love is it really a good idea? Cliff doesn't know that Elinalise is that kind of person. When I asked him about his impression of Elinalise, I became greatly troubled. Elinalise was an untainted, pure white angel. His reply was along these lines. Of course, he's also investigated Elinalise. The Sovereign by the Window. She's extremely famous. Her name is Elinalise Dragonroad. It's a beautiful and valiant name that's worthy of her. Though this is obvious, she's diligent and her grades are said to be good as well. Because she was an adventurer until just recently, she's also knowledgeable about the application of magic in real combat. Anyway, I have nothing to say about this except for the Sovereign by the Window thing. The window is probably just where she sticks her butt out after all. However, I don't think that Cliff knows that the Sovereign stands by windows to have sex. Still, that rumor that she'll sleep with people without discrimination is no good. It's likely that someone who's jealous of her has been spreading it. Or so Cliff interpreted. For the most important part. The fight the other day was the same. The 6 men from the other day had heard the rumors about Elinalise. That she would spread her legs to anyone, and that they should have a go with her as well, they said. Hearing this, Cliff became angry. Don't look down on others because of rumors, he warned them. Of course the rumors are true, but, the 6 of them were upperclassmen, they had strong physiques, and they were delinquents. Because they were given a warning by Cliff, who was not only an underclassman, but also smaller than them, they got a little irritated and retorted with vulgar expressions. Just the other day my kohai and another man were taken care of by her at the same time. Since you can't see the truth, how about you go have her take care of your first time as well? Cliff was enraged. In a fit of recklessness, he attacked them. Not with magic. With his fists. Cliff was supposed to be pretty good at fighting as well. But it was 6 versus 1. Their physiques were different. It would have been better had he used magic. But the moment he used his fists to engage them, he lost all chance of winning. And then, I appeared. For the purpose of gathering information. It was a splendid chat that we had. But now what do I do? I have no obligations towards Cliff. Even if I introduce him to Elinalise and that illusion of his is smashed to pieces, it's still none of my business. But even so, can I just push him onto Elinalise without a care? Elinalise might be grateful to me. She's generally quite happy about being introduced to men. Lately she's been especially interested in hunting for virgins, and it can't be helped. It's nice when they're innocent and apologetic, and for their first time they put up a strong front. It's nice when, although they were like that in the beginning, after doing it again and again, they start to change. In my previous life, this was something that I'd seen countless times in eroge. That's why it's not like I can't understand her feelings. Cliff looks to be a virgin, and Elinalise will probably gladly eat him up. But how would Cliff be? He's misunderstanding the type of person that Elinalise is. If he met her for real and started going out with her, he'd probably see how she really is. Wouldn't he be angry at that time? He might end up thinking that it was my fault that he had to go through something horrible. If you ask me, it'd be getting his just desserts, but if I introduce him knowing all this, I'll have my small share of responsibility too. But on the other hand, I might have no choice but to introduce him. He might come up with some weird suspicions about me if I don't. For example, that I might actually be aiming for Elinalise as well, or something. Were my disease to heal, I might want to try that kind of one-night stand with her as well. However, there's no way that I'd be aiming for her. What should I do? Part 2. And so, Fitts-senpai, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Is that okay? After school I went to the library and asked that of Fitts-senpai. What? It's kind of a love problem. A love problem. Fitts-senpai turned his whole body towards me. Almost leaning his whole body in, his mouth turned just a little crooked. Rudeus-kun, you have someone you like. He's unexpectedly enthusiastic about this. His eyes are sparkling, well, they may or may not be. I can't tell with the glasses on. Fitts-senpai is probably also at an age where he's interested in romance. No, it's about someone I know. Someone you know, yes, someone I know. MN. Continue. This acquaintance has become enamored with someone at first sight. First sight, and so, by discussing with me, could it be Ariel-sama? If that's the case then it's pointless. There are heaps of people who wanted my help for this but... Fitts-senpai starts to trail off. There are probably lots of people whose gazes were stolen by that princess at first sight. It's natural that as a guard you'd see them all as pests that you'd want to shut out. No, it's someone else. It's not Princess Ariel. I see. Thank goodness. This acquaintance of mine had their gaze stolen by that person. It's someone that I know. If I introduce them as a love interest there's a bit of a problem, you see. I'm hesitant over whether or not to introduce them. When I looked at Fitts-senpai by chance, I found that he was making a strange expression. He had his hand to his mouth, and a strong gaze came at me from beneath his sunglasses. Does this acquaintance know about this woman's problem? No, he doesn't. Did I mention that it was a woman? No, it's probably because we were talking about Princess Ariel that he just went on assuming that it was a woman. Well, since Elinalise is a woman, there's no problem but, or could it be that he thinks that I'm the acquaintance? I'm just saying this to make sure, but this isn't about me, you know. Since it's Fitts-senpai, I'll tell you that it's a special student Cliff-senpai. Ah, really? Sorry, I misunderstood. Fitts-senpai is scratching behind his ear. Did he really think it was about me? Well, saying stuff like, someone I know, is a cliched way of talking about your own matters after all. Anyway, that's how it is, so what should I do? Perhaps you should tell them about that problem, or, not, I wonder. Unless of course there's a reason you can't tell him. Fitts-senpai seems to be lacking in confidence a little. Speaking of which, senpai is also a virgin, He might not have much experience in love matters. There's no problem if I tell him. But Cliff-senpai is misunderstanding and he's an intense person, so if I tell him there's a good chance he might not believe me. He might even misunderstand and think that I also like that woman. Really that could happen. Yes. That's why I was thinking that perhaps it might be better if he doesn't hear it from me. If I'm the one who says it, he could misunderstand a little. It might be better for Cliff to hear it from another woman that he trusts, or from words around him. No, it might be best if he hears it from the person herself. Rudeus-kun. Do you not like her too? I don't hate her, but I can't see her as a love interest. Since I hear that she's really skilled, I would be interested in trying a night with her, though I'd be a little reluctant to date her seriously. I'd immediately be cheated on, after all. So that's how it is, but though you might not be able to see her like that, it might look different to Cliff-kun, right? To a person who sees her as a untainted white angel, he probably doesn't think that anyone can see her any differently, but just who is that? Should I introduce him? Should I not introduce him? I'm lost. After a while, Fitz-senpai murmured. I have someone that I like as well, so I can understand his feelings. It'd normally be someone I wouldn't see as a love interest, but I like them even so. Someone that Fitz-senpai likes. I wonder who? Thinking about it normally, it'd be Princess Ariel, huh? Just now he had that huge reaction as well. Certainly it'd be difficult to see Princess Ariel as a love interest. She's Asura royalty after all, and she's way out of his league. No, it's fine even so. I think it'd be tough only being able to watch them and not confess. Fitz-senpai's face is red. He's red all the way up to his ears. That's why, wouldn't it be fine to properly introduce them and give him a chance to confess? But there might be problems that arise afterwards. That can't be helped. I mean, after you've already introduced them, what happens afterwards is something that's their problem, right? Oh, that's true. What happens after the introduction is their problem. That's certainly true. As long as I make this clear beforehand, it should be fine. I understand. I'll try doing it like that, then. Fitz-senpai, thank you very much. I'm glad that I was of help. Fitz-senpai seemed a little unconfident. He's probably thinking something like, what am I talking all big for when I have no experience? However, even without experience, what he said was spot on, so there's no problems at all. Anyway, I've decided on my approach. I'm a bit concerned about Fitz-senpai since he collapsed onto his desk when I left. But it's probably because at his age, acting all big and giving advice is something embarrassing. All I have are thanks for him though.
That's it guys, thank you for watching, subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.